Hello, everyone. This is a quick recording about an insight that I learned while playing chess. Because there are some different openings for black that I know, because I write about this stuff. I do videos and I write about this stuff a lot, and I play a lot of chess. And today I'm going to be using my own game that I made, Chased Chess, to show an example. First of all, I want to show you this is my own game that I made where this is the one where if you move the pieces, they do this sliding animation and have this pink trail behind them as they go, which is super, super cool. This is just kind of a special thing I made because I've been working on a chess game. My first game was a Tetris game, but now I made a chess game here. And I'm just moving pawns just so you can see what it does here. Yeah, it's actually really cool. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so you can see how these pawns can capture each other. Okay, yeah, this is just like so cool. Yeah, yeah, like this is funny. Like this is everything about this is like just so wrong. For like let me show you. Okay, this game is actually really funny because what you can do is if you want to be really crazy about it, you can actually capture the king. See, you can capture the king, but the game continues. Like the game just continues because I didn't program an ending into the game. So you actually get a chance to capture the king here. And it's just kind of funny how that is. Like, dude, that's crazy. So anyway, this is my own game I made. Now, I've been programming this on and off because I'm busy with school and working at Walmart, but I really wanted to show you something. Okay, so first of all, let's flip to the black view. So remember, white starts the game, and if you're playing as black, most of the time white is going to do e4. They're going to move their pawn to e4, their king's pawn. And so there's different responses. One response is the Scandinavian. And this work, you can do this, and then they will capture your pawn, and then you capture it back with the queen. That's the Scandinavian defense right there. But then what they always do is they put this out. So then your queen's in the center, and you have to get her to safety. So what I do, and this is what Gotham Chess recommends, is moving the queen over there. That's the Scandinavian defense, and it's not bad by any means. However, here's the beauty of it. I discovered something. I discovered something really cool. Now, the French defense is what I like to use recently. And let me show you the French defense. They move e4, and then you do this pawn, your king's pawn, one space forward. And you do this, so for example, let's say they move their other pawn. What you're doing here is then when your queen's pawn moves 2 squares, if they capture, if they capture this pawn, you can capture it with your queen or your other pawn. I recommend the other pawn because now both of your bishops will be able to get out. But first of all, it's their turn. They're probably still going to move the knight out here and attack the pawn, but we don't know what they'll do. But here's the key thing now. When the knight comes out, the benefit of this is that you can move this bishop out here. That's the beauty of this. The reason that the French defense is cool like that is precisely because then you're able to get this bishop out when they move the knight there, and that's very important. But let's back up and let's say that you go back and they capture this pawn, and then you move the queen and capture it like in the Scandinavian, and then they move the knight out. Well, if that happens, you still have the bishop out. and now the knight can't move there because it would put the king in check. Now, of course, that's only if they've actually moved this pawn, but they're going to want to move their queen's pawn 2 squares forward because they also want their bishops to get out. So this is just like a quick little chess lesson. Now, what about the Caro Cann? Now, the Caro Cann is different. We're gonna restart the game here, and the Caro Cann is where white does e4 and then black does c6, and then well, we don't. Let's just say they move this other pawn out too. Well, in this case, here's the tricky thing. You can still do this, and if they capture this, here's the problem. The problem with the Caro Cann is you still have to, you can capture with your queen or with your pawn, but here's part of the problem. The problem is that when, okay, so if you capture with this pawn, then their bishop can come out and put you in check. Now, it's not the end of the world. However, it's better to not even allow this to happen. It doesn't mean you lose the game by any means or anything like that, but you'll probably end up trading bishops. And honestly, I just think the Caro Cann is not as good as the French. And this is just my opinion as one chess coach. But basically, I just think that the French defense gives you a better position. I really think it does, because then you have this bizarre situation where if this happens, you find yourself in a delayed Scandinavian. The Scandinavian's good, but the French defense transition to a delayed Scandinavian is even better, because then if the knight comes out here, you don't actually have to move your queen unless you want to, and you have the option to get this bishop out here, And let's say that something happens from this, like let's say that you just decide, you can literally do anything. That's part of the beauty of this. And what I personally think is kind of cool is that you get the option to continue building a defensive structure for your king so it's not put in check until it castles. So I'm just using my own game that I made, Chase Chess, as a teaching tool to explain my opening theory here. So I am preferring the French defense over the Scandinavian and the Caro Cann. I'm actually turning the French defense into a delayed Scandinavian because I like getting my queen out there, but I also like being able to pin this knight. So that now, of course, keep in mind, in my game, things are different. Remember, here is the knight can actually put the king in check in my game, but then the bishop kills the king. So also, this game doesn't have person versus person play, and there's no computer involvement yet either. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I'm going to add that. I intended Chase Chess to be a teaching tool, and it's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm probably going to keep working on it just over time, but it's actually just really cool. Like here we have an example of, the Queen's Gambit accepted. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's just like so awesome. Yeah. But anyway, that's enough for that. I just really wanted to record this short video so you understood my French defense to Scandinavian transition. Thanks for watching.